Hello, how are you doing? I hope you're doing great and everything is going according to your plan. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can create the very simplest navigation bar. So let's get started. First, go ahead to your Explorer and click New File and create an index.html file. After creating it inside your workspace, we're going to create our boilerplate code. Click exclamation mark and hit enter. This will create your HTML boilerplate code. Now let's change the title to navbar, since we are just working on a navigation bar. Next, inside your body element, we're going to have a nav element, and inside of it we're going to have two child elements. The first one is the logo, and the second one is the nav item list. So let's create the logo. It's going to be a link, and then we're going to name it logo. You can use your website name if you want, if you have any name in your mind. Next, we're going to create a numbered list, and the first list item is going to be a link, and it's going to be an anchor tag, and the content is going to be home. This is a link that the navigation bar is going to contain, and then the next nav item is going to be service. Next, we're going to create another list element, and it's going to be about. Next, we're going to create contact. Now finally, we're going to create a CTO or call to action button, and that is going to be login or sign up. We're going to apply a different way of styling, and that is going to be sign up. We will make it different from the rest of the links by applying the CSS. So how do we apply CSS? There are three different ways that we can apply CSS. The first one is inline styling. This is the type of styling that you apply to individual elements. And there is also internal styling, and that is the styling that you apply by grouping all of your CSS code inside a style element. And the third one is external styling. It uses an external file to contain all of your CSS code, and then it will be imported inside your HTML code by using a link element. But for this video, we're going to use an internal styling. So we'll create a style element right here, and then we'll contain, or we will put all of our CSS code inside the style element. But first, let's make sure that our website is working correctly. Go ahead to your live previewer. So here, as you can see, we have our website working. Next, we can continue applying our styling. The first thing we're going to do is remove the default padding and the default spacing. So to do that, we will use all selector. So type this star character, and then open up a curly brace and set the margin to 0 and the padding to 0 and the box sizing to border box. As you can see, this completely removed our default spacing that is applied on our elements or visual elements, you can see here. So next, we're going to set the font family. So select the body element, and then font family is going to be set to one of these lists. You can select one of this. And next, we're going to select the nav element. So what we're going to use, what we are going to do is separate the logo and the nav elements. The logo will be on this side, and the nav elements will be on this side right here. So to do that, we will set the display property to flex, and then to put a space between those two elements, we only have two child elements. So to put a space and then to put a space between them and display the logo on this side and the list items on this side, what we do is set the justify content to space between. Now we can apply padding or a space between these child elements and the border. We can apply vertical styling first, 10 pixels, and then horizontal styling, 20 pixels. Now what we're going to do is stretch this, align these list items horizontally. So we're going to target or select a number list, and then display is going to set to flex. This will align all the elements horizontally, and we're going to apply a space between them because they are connected to each other. So to do that, we can use a gap, and that's going to be 10 pixels, maybe 20 pixels. Now we can remove the dots by setting list style to none. Next, we can remove this underline you see right here. To do that, we target anchor tag elements, and then text decoration will be none. This will remove the underline. Now we can set the font size so that these are going to be texts that are going to display our navigation bar. So it's going to be set to 20 pixels. Now let's change the color. The color doesn't look right, so color is going to be white, or not white, it's going to be black. Now this is looking great, but we need to separate the logo by styling it differently, and also this sign up button by styling it in a different way. So to do that, we will use CSS class names or class selectors. To do that, we will apply those class names individually for all the elements that we want to have the same class name. So in this case, in the first case, we have a logo, and we can create or set the class property of the anchor tag element to logo. So to target this specific style element, we can with this HTML element, we can use this CSS selector, and that is going to be logo, and the font size is going to be 21 pixels. It's going to be a little bit larger, and the font weight is also going to be bold. Now we have the logo. Maybe decrease the size and increase the font weight. Decrease the size and make it bold. Now the final step is to style our CTO or call to action button, and that is going to be the sign up button. We can set its class name to sign up. Now let's target this class name, sign up. The first property we're going to apply is set the border to 1 pixel, solid blue, and let's make this color right like this. Now apply padding. Vertically it's going to be 8 pixels, and horizontally it's going to be 20 pixels. Now we're going to apply border radius to make it smooth on the corners. It's going to be 10 pixels. Now we can set the background color to the same color as the border right here. Now to have a nice contrast, we can change the text color by setting the color to white. Now this looks great. This is basically how you can do a very simple navigation bar. So if you have a comment or suggestion, mention it on the comment section. I will make sure that I read them. But for now, this is enough. I'll be back with another video. Thanks for watching.